So your very first card is from the Three of Ariel, saying that to do what you love. This is a time of great personal growth in your career and artistic endeavors, working with others in a cooperative manner. So you have personal growth, you have sort of career advancement, and then you also have sort of teamwork and partnership. And that's what the reading sort of addresses, is all three of those. So I found this fascinating. This was then the first card. Do what you love. Doing what you love is kind of the root of the sort of personal growth aspect. Once that gets some attention, then it looks like then your career will just sort of flow naturally from that. You know, this came up in another reading where the understanding that any action that you take is going to have a different result depending on the state that you're in. Depending on your state, when you take that action, will greatly determine the results that you get. You can get very different results if you're really scared, for example, or depressed, or if you're quite happy and excited and you take the very same action, you'll get a different result. And so doing what you love, the first part of that is, okay, well, open your heart to love is the next card that you get. It's about doing what you love first. The requirement, the first requirement of that is knowing what you love. It's your capacity to love, is your heart being open. When life experiences are painful over and over and over, we tend to shut our heart down over and over and over, a little bit more each time. And so Master Jesus is coming in to say to open your heart back up, to allow yourself to experience more love of all kinds. Now, he's holding animals, and when I asked him, you know, okay, so are you referring to love of animals or relationship love? And he smiled and said all kinds. It's just simply about opening your heart back up. That can be scary. If you've been hurt and your heart shuts down, which is the natural human response to painful emotional situations, and yet it feels like they've passed. Okay, yeah, they've passed. Mother Earth comes in and says, you know what, that's complete. I was wondering where this card was going to fit in. It fits in right here. It's like, that's complete. The pains that you may have been through in the past are over. There's a completion to those situations. It's time to open your heart back up so that you can experience more love, you can feel more love, you can give more love, and you can have more clarity on what it is that you love. Does that make sense? So there's no need to worry. There's no need to worry about anything. You're safe. And the very fact that this is coming up indicates, that some hearts are closed to protect yourself. And yet, the irony is that when you close your heart to protect yourself on this subconscious level, it's like, ooh, that was painful, close it down. The irony is then love can't get in either. So you might be protecting yourself from the pain, but you're also blocking love from coming in, and also love from coming out of you in expressing yourself and your capacity to love. So we want to know that you're safe. You are safe. This situation is under control, divine providence, and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions in everything you do, and your highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. So again, remember, they had me speak to the idea that your state, when you take an action, determines the outcome. So when your state is from an open, loving heart, then every action you take from that state is going to result in outcomes that reflect that. And with an open heart, you'll be able to receive those outcomes. So release and surrender. Release the pain from the past. It's over. It is complete. The pain from the past is in the past. And any pain that may come in the future, yes, things can happen, but it's much easier actually to manage with an open heart. It's easier to manage painful situations with an open heart. So release and surrender. It's time, they're saying. Now is a really good time. It feels like if you're hearing this reading and you're going, okay, yeah, I should do that. For some of you, it will just be happening for you. It will be happening for you. Things, life is funny. You might have some life experiences that just open your heart. To see a child laughing in a beautiful situation can just open your heart for you. So for some of you, it feels like those sorts of things may be happening. So in other words, for some of you, it may just happen. Naturally, your heart's just going to get open. So prepare to cry. Crying is great. Just cry, for the heart that's been closed. Tears of joy and allowing that to open back up. It's really important, Aquarius, to help you find what you truly love. And so then the next question is, okay, so now that your heart is all wide open, because my readings do tend to go a bit like a story. So it's as if at this point you have released and opened your heart just a little bit more. Practice it. Get curious, right? Allow yourself to love just a little bit more. And then to be honest with yourself about what your heart's true desire really is. Now that your heart is open, it will be easier to find the clarity in this and what you truly, truly love. This gentleman here who's working on this little music box, clearly he's very passionate about his work here and what he's doing. That kind of knowing what your heart truly desires is much easier to access when the heart is open to any ideas that might light you up. Now that you have a greater capacity to be lit up. Yeah. Perspective. It's about perspective. It's about perspective of knowing that when your heart is open, you can feel all kinds of love. And when you can feel all kinds of love, in both directions, giving and receiving, from that perspective, you can get clarity on what your heart truly desires in everything, really. Relationships, work, career, anything. Creative projects. With an open heart, you can have a much greater perspective on what it is that you might really love to do. So to help you too, we're going to get your claircognizance is opening up. Spirits coming in. Uriel. Uriel is so powerful. Pay attention to thoughts and ideas now that come to you. They are answered prayers. So if you're not sure what you truly love, ask. Ask and it shall be given. With claircognizance opening up for you, Uriel is saying your claircognizance is going to be opening up for you so that you can hear us, you can see, you can know. Claircognizance is the knowing. So you get ideas that, you might wake up with them. You might, they might show up in dreams, and you get ideas about, oh man, that would really be exciting to do. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun to do. Those kinds of ideas may just be kind of plopped into your mind through spirit. So Uriel is amplifying your claircognizance so you can receive some ideas that might light you up. Spirit knows. At the same time, you know. The next three cards are talking about, okay, let's remind Aquarius, that's what they were saying. Maybe this was Spirit talking. Maybe they need a little reminder of who they really are. That's what Spirit was saying. Maybe they need a little reminder. So we got Dana and Athena and Odin. Now Odin wants to be in the middle. He wants to be in the middle. So you just have this incredible spiritual wisdom. You have knowledge. What is this? Inner wisdom from all your experiences, including past lifetimes. I'm hearing Egypt. I'm hearing Egypt with this. Wisdom. Wisdom that you've carried through the ages. You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom. Take appropriate action without delay. She's saying, don't hesitate. Go. You know, especially once you figure it out. So at this point in the reading, we're kind of now getting into, once the heart is open, now we can figure out what the heart wants as far as relationships and career and everything. So now we're kind of into the second part of what this foundational original card was speaking to, is your advancement in career and artistic projects. This is who you are. So Spirit wants to remind you, this is who you are. And with this and an open heart, you can actually really do whatever you'd like to do. So do what lights you up. You know, find that thing that lights you up and then do that. And she's saying do it as quickly, as soon as possible. For some of you, you won't be able to not do it right away. It's just going to be so excited. You're just going to start creating something. If it's some kind of artistic project or some kind of new job that you've been wanting, you're just going to go for it. If it's some kind of entrepreneurial project where you'd like to start something on your own, you're just going to be so inspired, you're just going to go for it. And Ganesh comes up and says, yeah, yes, yes, yes. He's funny too, Ganesh. Ganesh, when he says yes, he typically wants to go around the cards and say yes to everything. He's like, yes, I support everything that Spirit is saying in all aspects. Yes, open your heart to love. Yes, you know, find a higher perspective. Yes, find what lights you up. Yes, take action once you figure it out. Absolutely take action once you figure out what it is that you're wanting to do. And Odin is like psychic insight. Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. Dana, the High Priestess, divine knowledge. You can help others through spiritual teaching. That might be something you'd like to do. You actually got 2 of those. Spiritual teaching. You got 2 of those. So for some of you, that might be something to consider. And as the High Priestess, is that what you'd like to do? You can if you would like, if it lights you up. Consider being a spiritual teacher. You may want to be a writer. This writing card is coming up to, in a couple of ways, a couple of meanings with this. One of the meanings, even though it's showing up here at this point in the reading, he's also wanting to come back up here where you're releasing and surrendering at this stage of your circumstances and where you are. At this stage, you might want to write about it if it might help you to release the fear around opening your heart. He's saying, you know, do some freehand writing. That could help. The other meaning is that you may want to become a writer. You may be a writer to express your spiritual teachings. That may be a way that you teach, is through writing. Maybe there's a book in you. Whatever it is that you decide to do, there will be victory with it. Because it's coming from your heart space. So back again to what, you know, back again to your state. When you take an action, determines the outcome. So you want to get your state in a loving place, and then you will be victorious in whatever it is that you choose to do. The last part of this reading spoke to working with others in a cooperative way, and sure enough, we get the teamwork card. The teamwork card is coming up. So, you know, invite others to join you on whatever it is that you'd like to create. And if you're still not sure about what it is that you'd like to create, what would you like to do? Like, what would light you up? Maybe you find, or you figure out kind of what might light you up. Like, okay, I'd like to be a spiritual teacher, but then running a business, maybe you'd like to be an entrepreneur, for example, but maybe running a business is not your forte. Maybe you don't have experience with that. Well, then a team would help. So you'd find people who that is their gift and passion, and together you can create something amazing. If you're still not sure, they're saying speak to a grandparent. You might have a really great grandparent. He's also coming up to say wisdom. He can help, you might have some really great conversations here, right? Your wisdom with an elder, the wisdom of an elder can also help you sort of accomplish, now that your state has been, sort of your heart's been opened, and so your state is in a much better place to bring an outcome that makes you very, very happy, and your heart is now in a place where you'll be able to receive the joy from accomplishing great things. A grandparent would be a wonderful one to also possibly team up with. You also, with the teamwork, you're also getting Metatron. Metatron comes in and says, if you need help getting organized with what, how you'd like to move forward with what you'd like to create, I'm happy to, just ask, and I'm happy to help you stay focused and get organized and prioritize how you'd like to go about it. So he wants to be up in here as one of your teammates. We have another teammate in Shamuel. Shamuel is the archangel that helps you find things. This particular card says that he is helping you with your soulmate relationship. Soulmates can be all kinds. They can be work partners. They can be romantic partners. They could be different relationships. So teamwork. So Shamuel also wants to come up in here with the as being on your team to help you find things. So he would be really, he can also help you find your keys, but he can help you find a soulmate, or maybe there is another in this teamwork idea. There are other souls that are looking to team up with you to create what it is that lights you up, because it would light them up too. He can help you find those people. So, for example, as they were saying, you might not be sort of gifted and experienced with running a business. So he can help you find someone who does know how to do that and absolutely loves what you stand for and what you're trying to accomplish, and would love to help out and be part of your team. So Shamuel can help you find those people. And then we get, this is the time. We're getting the pregnancy card. And look, she's very pregnant. This is very pregnant because you're going to be birthing something amazing. Now, this feels like, they just, it feels like a lot, doesn't it? In 1 month's time, you're going from a closed heart to an open heart to figuring out, like remembering who you are, to knowing now what you would like to do with a creative project, career, relationships, knowing what you would like to do, working out a team of others who also love the same thing. Metatron helping you stay focused. You're taking action straight away. Like she says, you have taken action, and now you've just created this amazing, beautiful thing. And it's like, okay, now we're going to give birth to this idea. We're going to start taking action, so we're going to be creating this new life of a creative project, a new career, whatever it is that you would like to create. And your final card is Happy Surprises. I think this is one of my favorite cards, definitely, and absolutely fantastic when it's the last card. Something very good is about to happen. Something very good is about to happen. It's coming right after this. Now, for some of you, yes. For some of you, okay, he wants to say, for some of you, this soulmate will be a romantic relationship. For some of you, you already have a romantic relationship and you'd like to have a baby. And Ganesh says, yes. Yes, so for some of you, if that's what you love, if that's where your heart is, if that's where your passion is that you want a baby, and you already have a beautiful relationship, yes. If where your heart is that you would really, really love a soulmate in a romantic kind of way, first, get your heart open to receiving that so that your vibration and resonance can receive that and connect with it, and then Shamuel will help bring that in. Yes. He's such a great card to have. On top of that, Ganesh is one that will move anything that's blocking or any blocks in your path. He'll just move them out of the way for you. So he helps with victory and having things turn out the way that you're wanting them to turn out. Happy surprises. Something very good's about to happen. In a way, it kind of makes sense that all of this would be happening in one reading because of, I'm sure you can feel how fast time is speeding up. So with that speeding up, things can happen that fast in a month's time. So get excited, Aquarius, get excited.